On Monday, April 20, 2026, I attended the Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court more well before 10 a.m. I choose crime over civil in Court 1 with the Victorian Work Cover Authority as a prosecution agency. This type of court and matters was a plea guilty type that went for 4 hours. The front desk said just walk that way and tell someone who you are. Walking past all the seats filled with different people, I saw a front desk there. Someone was talking there, so I looked into the court and there was only one person there. Informing this clerk that I am a student looking to take notes, they told me to take a seat. Before 10 a.m., minimal people went to the front seats, and the judge's entrance is a first stand. The first case was a charge of consideration on a matter of stolen registration plates. Pleading guilty to 13 similar priors since 1986, was a broken intervention order. At locations such as Leong Atha, Merbo North to Warragul admissions. An appeal was made by the defendant on their male client's recent mental health issues. Referencing a 22-year-old son death leading to anxiety and depression. With the lawyer providing psychological assessment documentation to consider within the allotted time. The short hearing outcome was a fine of $1,000. The claimant did not request any further action as of now on public record. Next was a virtual court with names such as Jamie Jeffs and Sean Kelly adjudicating on screen. Pending investigation, the accused applicant Demi Ashwood and Ashley Baxter did not show. One was moved along fast due to being incapacitated in hospital. And the other on a single charge of theft, right to bail and effectively homeless. The INFTRESP names were Richardson and Hughes. Around 10:30 a.m. I noticed more people going in and out of the court more as the judge's next statement was more formal. The informant for the following case name was D. Watson, not mentioned during court. Although, Alexandra Worksafe, Jonathan Allen counsel and Justin Ben Lucas listened in through video link. The accused Berry Brothers Engineering Thai Ltd v. The victim known as Drysdale from my notes was in session. Opening statements of accused and Representative Gilchrist Canal by Trig Chauhan introduces a history. First, it was implied there was some sort of plea case that happened before resorting to guilty. Defending the fertilizer grain company since the 1950s said no priors of this kind. The incident of a large explosion from a custom trailer causes a severe injury to an employee. In front, a matured couple who decided to sit in the front row could have been the victims or associates. Defense continues to empathize with the seriousness of pelvic fraction and amputated leg. He focused on a conscious decision in an enclosed box with heavy level requirements. Addressing the hydrogen and oxygen reaction of the acid battery and DC power pack. Swearing to an affidavit to that battery and safety data sheet. Deep cycle of overcharge, hydrogen hampering, seal maintenance and corrosion risk were all considered for storage operation. A 4 stages checklist and a risk assessment template comes with no steps how installed. Despite a qualified diesel mechanic, their funding has taken a turn since COVID from tax returns. By this point the defendant of the company confessed to a 24-volt connect to a 12-volt battery with inadequate ventilation. Providing evidence from other explosion cases, $25–30K is usually the fine. Open on a regular basis during use of trailer and gas from the battery itself were pointed at manufacturer company. Expressive heat of bolts corroded inbox more often than the setup of 12-volt. Can cause damage to the battery per 20 truck occasions divided by 2 trucks. A prepare item for particular use legislation was referenced. While not explicitly stating LPG is high risk, LGP liquefied petroleum gas is used in forklifts, but generally, compressed natural gas CNG is noted to pose higher pressure risks, while LPG can have different emission profiles. With a disability to get insurance, conviction might be appropriate. Normal operating circumstances, DC Motor Modes spark in the same box in Lamoureux's report. LH Holding Management Thai Ltd, trading as Universal Stone and Marble, became the first company convicted of workplace manslaughter in Victoria, Australia, in February 2024, resulting in a $1.3 million fine that was later increased to $3 million on appeal in April 2025. The conviction followed the October 2021 death of 25-year-old subcontractor Michael Tsaralais, who was crushed when a forklift driven by sole director Laith Hanna tipped on a sloping driveway. Here is where the defendant of the victim stepped in with a declaration of insurance. The safety datadoc did not come with the trailer. The owner got a financial records plea before contested hearing. Log-out tagging out was not instructive and a serious breach even if not overcharged. The Lamoureux's report was attacked and labeled as low risk or simply omitted or leaked. Oxygen and hydrogen was reduced under normal operation. Seal battery risks of static electricity with honor beyond any reasonable doubt in aggravation. Can happen even with overcharging produce gas release. The accused defendant got another turn and admitted to overcharging makes some worse. Before the judge's final prosecution on risk which mentioned avoiding causation. Likelihood of bad vs worse and did not identify static assumed from the outside. In conclusion, results of the hearing were postponed until the end of the day. I did not get 60 to pay for it. I did not get clearance for a certificate extract of the hearing outcome. Based on the accused feeling most of the pressure, frustrated in presenting at times. No other information indicated that results would lean towards the LH Holding case. Experiences was closely the same with both defendants reflecting the crime. Initial notes showed enough priors of origin to be a third party in understanding. Overall, I felt the timeline was established May 16 trying to keep up.